make sense, if you could, Tom, for us of what Robert Saleh said this week about Zach Wilson and seemingly implying that people upstairs are telling him what to do, then backpedaling from that, if you even want to call it a backpedal. Everything was very vague, but the headline still is Zach Wilson, not Trevor Siemian, and not Tim Boyle, is the Jets quarterback.
Well, listen, Trevor Siemian's a great guy, and he started a lot of games in the league. The thinking with the Jets has always been, regardless of whether it's Siemian or whether it's Boyle or, before the trade deadline to trade for Garoppolo, the long shot, ridiculous things about trading for Cousins, that would be the only thing that would elevate you above, right? Is if you got a quarterback who's playing at a really high level, going out getting Carson Wentz, getting Matt Ryan, none of this, regardless of where you thought the downside would be on Zach Wilson, Wilson still has the most upside. And so that was the starting point for how the Jets proceeded once Aaron Rodgers got hurt. That plus, the obvious fact that they are hoping that Aaron Rodgers is going to come back at some point. And so you don't want to invest in anything that's going to tie up money, tie up draft picks and things that you could use to build around Aaron Rodgers, if not even the end of this season, but into 2024 as well. I also think that it doesn't do, I know that Sully used the phrase plead the fifth, and people had a lot of questions about exactly what he was trying to avoid self-incriminating on. I would say this. No coach, especially one who's trying to and has been trying to instill confidence in his young quarterback, is going to give any shadow of we're thinking about a change. We need to evaluate it, unless you already know you're making that change. They're obviously not at that point, according to what Saul has said, to do that this week. Could you potentially see somebody else get an opportunity? It's not completely out of left field to suggest that that's a possibility here. They just need Zach Wilson or whoever's a quarterback to be good enough. I said that the day after Aaron Rodgers got hurt. The whole idea of if Zach Wilson plays at a high level, no, forget that. Just if Zach Wilson plays okay. They need him to play okay. It didn't happen the other night. He didn't have a lot of protection. Now Billy Turner's hurt. They've had, I don't know how many different offensive line combinations they've already used through the course of the season. There's things going on around him. You'd like to think that you're finding ways to get the ball into your playmakers' hands, get it to Breece Hall, get it to Garrett Wilson. When those things aren't happening to back up a defense who's still playing really well, that's where some of the frustration lies. But, from go, it's been trying to take this scheme that was so driven by Aaron Rodgers having control and being able to check out of plays, do these different things at the line, then trying to find a version of that Zach Wilson could learn on the fly in a season where, in their best case or even okay case scenario, Zach Wilson was never seen.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.